I am here with one of my favorite clients. Her name is Judy Langford, and she's just been eating awfully for almost a full year, 52 weeks on the dot. So she is going to share her very inspiring story. She's 69 years old, a retired nurse, and she lives in Maryland. Thank you for being here, and congratulations on eating awfully for a full year, Judy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I want you to think back to how you felt before you hired me. Why did you first reach out to me? What was going on? I know you feel a lot different now, but what was going on with your health and how you felt a year ago that made you reach out?
Well, I think the main thing I brought up when I interviewed with you was that my mother had died a year or two before, and she was probably in better health than I was before she got sick.
Mhm.
I had been short of breath. I had been in an accident. I had lower back pain. I couldn't do anything for more than 15 minutes. Pain would start. Couldn't walk. I take care of children. I could lift the babies and take care of them, but no getting down in the floor, no lifting up the toddlers and that kind of stuff. And I knew at 68, I was 68 then, that if this continued, I wasn't probably going to live very long, maybe 5, 10 years, or I was going to be very sick and, sitting around, wheelchair bound, whatever. So I just wanted to do something that would to help me get better,
Mhm.
to get healthier,
Yeah.
live longer, So
Well,
that was the goal.
you said that I could only do things for 15 minutes. Can you give us
Right.
specific examples of
Well,
what
I
was
could,
hard?
like if I went to the grocery store, I had to be in and out in 30 minutes because moving, I could go longer. But if I say, take a shower, I
Mhm.
had to be in and out of the shower in 15 minutes because my pain in my back would start and I'd have to bend over to release the pain.
Mhm.
Um, Sometimes the pain, it would cause me to feel dizzy or faint.
Mhm.
I mean, I never passed out or anything, but just the activities of daily living, standing to cook,
Mhm.
although I don't cook, but standing to fix food.
This we know.
It was a 15-minute increment. My life was lived in 15-minute intervals of, if I had to stand still, go do laundry, standing, which people don't think about, but 15 minutes seems like a long time, but it isn't at times. So, I would have the bending over would release the pressure. Um, but uh, you know,
You
if
could.
I went to the grocery store and I could break out in a sweat by the time I got back to the car in 30 minutes, just from the activity, the pain, all of it together.
And because of the accident that you had had previously, you had a handicap sticker, and then not being able to do things for more than 15 minutes, you would always use that to park as
Right,
close as you could to the store.
right. Which now that um, eating optimally for this year, I'm a totally different person. I don't know how people let me watch their children. I was short of breath,
You were
but
short of breath. But now you've been eating optimally for a full year.
yeah.
What
So
what have you achieved
So,
from
I
eating?
mean, so many things. I mean, I can park further. I park further away. I can walk into the store. I'm not having to time myself. When I'm in the grocery store, if I go into Walmart, and you know how Walmart is. So I forgot something. I forgot the vitamins. Or I forgot, say, shampoo. That's in one section, and you're in the toilet paper section. That's in the front, and one's in the back. And I would just say F it and keep on and get it the next trip. But now I can go back to that. I can move around the store if I forget stuff. Um, the children now, I can pick up the toddlers. I could walk with them, walk holding them. I can pick them up, put them in their car seat. I can put him in the swing to swing. Um, you know, uh, I can, going to the gym. I can walk on the treadmill. Um, I
So
can
are
do
you, are you
cardio.
are you able to do all of this because you have more energy, you have more stamina, you're in less pain?
Yes. Well, I
And
don't have pain at all anymore. My back is all, I mean, I'm sure it's not fixed. I mean,
But the
because
pain
I mean,
is gone.
I have degenerative disc disease, but I don't have pain. I don't have uh
On a scale of 1 to 10, Judy, before you started eating optimally, what was the number of pain in your back, with 10 being the worst?
it would get up to 10 if I let it, but I didn't, I would control it. If I,
What was it like on a chronic basis, would you say, while you were
on a
controlling?
chronic, well, I didn't have pain per se until I did something for more than 15 minutes. So
Okay.
that's why I only did the 15-minute increments because once it started getting more longer than that, my pain would start. And then that's when I would have to, I would start to feel dizzy or lightheaded, and I'd have to bend over, or and then my pain would go up, could go up to a 10 if I would just go sit down. Um, but being a nurse, I knew how to control myself.
And now,
And
so
and
it
now I
was,
don't have it. I don't have pain at all in my back. I don't have to limit myself, my activity to anything. I mean, so like on the mornings I do my trainer, I don't do him, but I go to the trainer.
yeah.
Um, I do 30 minutes of cardio at home. Now I do chair cardio, chair yoga. I have different ones I use. Then I go to the gym, walk 10 minutes on the treadmill. He gives my 30-minute session, and some of it's cardio because of the weightlifting, And then I do 30 minutes of walking afterwards. On the days I don't have my gym, him, the trainer,
Mhm.
I try to do anywhere from 30 to 60-minute cardio, a chair yoga at home.
And for the person watching this video, I want them to understand a couple things that Judy's talking about here. One, degenerative disc disease can be improved with eating optimally for multiple reasons. Two, she was able to get back to the gym. We don't touch exercise with our clients until week 6 because we have to get your body in the place where you have more energy, you're in less pain, you're lighter because you've lost weight. You actually can start to get in there and do that. So those things were improved for her. And then she started exercising and again. And now she went from, I can only stand for 15 minutes and then I'm in intense pain. I can't move and do anything, to she's seeing a trainer 5 times a week and she has the energy and ability to do that. Were you also concerned about weight when you came here?
Well, yeah, I mean, well, I mean, different ones they tell you you should weigh this, you should weigh that.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, the weight was one of the things. I mean, I came because of weight, because of my unhealthy weight, and
Right.
and I wanted to lose weight, but I also wanted a better, healthier lifestyle of what you could do to make you have more longevity with your life and a healthier life. Because I mean, I'm telling you, my mother wasn't short of breath before she, got dementia, but I was short of breath. And I couldn't do stuff where, I mean, she could do stuff,
Mhm.
and she was like 85 years old. So I was like, well, it's only going to go downhill. It sure shit ain't going uphill
So
carrying
you were
all
con
this weight.
you were concerned about weight as well, in terms of
Yes.
also pain and energy, but to quote you, maybe not perfectly, it was, I want to improve my whole health and lose weight with a lifestyle change. It is not, I only want to lose weight and by any means necessary. It was not what it was for you.
No, I wanted
Very
something that
happy to hear.
was healthy because I had said something to my doctor because I was at the point I had said to my doctor, what about gastric bypass surgery? Well, he was against it, but he wanted to push pills or he wanted to push injections. And I said, no way, I'm not taking drugs. I remember fen
Mm-hmm.
when they brought out fen, and then it started, people started having heart problems.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now they brought out all these pills and injections, and people are having a lot of GI issues and other issues, which I don't know what they are, but I do know a lot of GI issues.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm a nurse, so all pills have side effects,
Yeah.
and I wasn't going to take it. And it's only a short lived thing because you either have to be on it for the rest of your life,
Yeah,
Or if you're going to come off of it, you've got to do a lifestyle change. So why
right.
go on it? Just do your lifestyle change, which
Exactly.
is what I did with um with the optimal eating, to try something different, because as probably with a lot of your clients, I've been through it all. Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers, Optavia, or however you say it, drinking protein shakes, fasting, juicing. I mean, you name it.
I
I
want
did. I
to
didn't do.
I want to get an understanding of how this is different for you than those other things and why this is more sustainable, but I don't want to skip over the fact that you have also lost weight. So if you're comfy sharing, how much
Yeah.
weight have you
So
lost
I've lost
here?
55 pounds in a year. Um, and
Congratulations, Judy.
yeah, so the and you know, would I like to lose more weight? Yes. If it doesn't happen, that's okay. I'm not,
You keep going.
I've never been a skinny person, but just how I don't know. You cannot explain how much better you feel with this, because I don't have pain, I don't have shortness of breath, I have energy. And I used to blame it on a lot of it because I worked nights as a nurse, and you feel terrible working nights. You just are
Yeah.
tired all the time. And I was on blood pressure medicine, and I got off my blood pressure medicine.
Eating optimally.
Yeah. And I just feel better. And I don't know, maybe when I was in my 20s I felt this good. I don't know that I felt this good in my 30s or 40s.
I remember
Well,
you saying that on a group call. You're like, I haven't felt this good in 40 years.
I'm sure it was 40 years.
Yeah, so I want the person watching this to understand that with optimal eating, you're using food therapeutically to help your whole health in a way that tastes good, that you like it, because if you don't like it, it doesn't work. You're not gonna be able to
Right.
do it forever, create a lifestyle change. So you feel so much better and you start to feel better really quick. What do you remember how quickly did the pain start to reduce, the energy start to come back? How quickly did you know it was starting to work?
Really? I don't know, because I don't really pay attention. I'm terrible. I don't pay attention. I mean, it all just kind of like flowed.
Yeah.
I started with the food as soon as we talked, like a day or two before I actually my official date or whatever. And because I didn't really cook before anyway.
I
So
just found the answer to my own question. So I just went to your evidence list, and within 1 week, we have some documentation from you within your first week. Grocery shopping was better on my back this first week of eating optimally. Usually by the end, I'm in pain and sweating, which you already talked about. And you said, I didn't really sweat this time, even though it was hot and I was just starting to feel some pain. It was easier. That was just from 1 week. And you said, my knee's a little better this week. I've been able to go up the stairs easier after just 1 week. I was able to go up one step at a time. And this week at massage, I went right up the stairs. You used to go up one stair at a
what?
time and
Yeah,
you were
one
able to
up.
go. Yep.
Yeah.
And then I ran 2 errands in one day yesterday instead of one. This was in after just 2 weeks of eating optimally. I'm not as tired. So, and you started losing weight right away too, which is great. What would you say? How is this more sustainable for you than those other programs that you tried in the past?
Um, well, a lot of those foods, like if Optavia is a food based thing, I mean, you get the food and stuff from
Yeah,
them.
products.
So ones are good. Um, and the juicing, you get tired of it after a while, because you're just drinking.
Yeah.
Um, and Weight Watchers, well, that was probably a long time ago.
Were you counting points and did you like counting
Yeah,
points?
you weighed stuff, and I still have my little weight, my scale. My friend made fun of me when I moved. She's like, "Are we throwing this out?" I said, "No, no, we're not throwing it out. It's 50 years old. I'm not throwing it out. I need to weigh stuff sometimes. It still works." Um,
But did you
but
want to have to weigh your food or count points for the rest of your
no, I just did the training vote. Find what your foundation filling food is.
life?
Got that. Um, the big joke is I eat a lot of potatoes. I'm sitting in Walmart eating a potato in the parking lot before I have to go to shop.
So
You know,
awesome.
I ate one on the way to massage today.
So great.
Um, you know, and I just you can just throw it in the microwave. I don't really cook, although after this year I'm going to start trying to make some things. But
I want to
you can
pause for I want to pause for
sure.
a moment there because there's a lot of people who don't like to cook and you're such an inspiration. Judy hates to cook. She uses the microwave all the time. So much of what she has done for herself, like 90% of the time, you don't cook. And because you learn how to just put really simple things together and in the microwave. So you don't have to cook. We have to wrap up now. What would you say to the woman watching this video that is in a lot of pain, has no energy, has tried so many different things, knows she needs to change the trajectory of her health or she's going to be in a bad place. What would you say to her, but she's scared right now?
Well, you have to do it for yourself, and you have to be ready to do it. You can't just say the words. You've got it's. Is it going to be fun? No, probably not. You've got to learn to eat differently, and but I know a lot of people that cook in the group have adjusted their recipes to optimal eating, have found optimal recipes they like, and there have been optimal recipes I am going to try.
Hmm.
Once I got to get a food processor and stuff, but I mean, I would just make simple spaghetti,
Hmm.
and the kids love it, and it's just ragu sauce and
Yeah.
and whole wheat spaghetti or pina pasta. I'm not chopping no onions. I ain't chopping no peppers. I'm not doing all that mess. I can get some garlic in out of the refrigerator,
Love that garlic.
but I mean, but if you want to do that, you can.
Did it
And you
end
can
up did it end up being easier than you thought it was going to be?
um
Or were you
I
not worried
didn't
about
I
that?
didn't think about how it would be, but it has been easy, yes.
Good.
Because you can, I'll open a can of beans and eat beans with diced tomatoes and throw the broccoli in it. And there's no cooking involved. You just put it in the microwave. And I mean, the broccoli I'll cook in the bag, it comes in the bag. I don't do the water. But
Beautiful.
and then you just add it all together and milk it again. And then if you want your beans warm, or if you don't want your beans warm and you dice tomatoes, you don't have to. I mean,
Amazing. Amazing.
you know,
We have to wrap up now and you have been such a delight. We're gonna miss you so much and I'm so excited for you and also just so proud of you for the what you've done for yourself and how much you've improved your life. Any final words?
no, don't hesitate to do this. I know a lot of people it might be the financial situation, but I have spent as much or more on all the programs that you've tried in the past. And really, your health is priceless.
Yeah.
There's no price to put on health.
Yeah. Do you regret investing in yourself to have accomplished this? Was it worth it
No,
for you?
no. Mm-mm. Because then you're not buying special food or anything. You're just buying normal food.
And now you're graduating and you don't have to buy anything and you got it and you're gonna be able to continue to do it on your own.
Exactly, exactly.
We're gonna
Just keep buying potatoes. I bought a 10 pound today while I was at the store.
I love it. Thank you so much, Judy. We're gonna
Uh-huh.
miss you. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'll see you at the next meeting
Yes,
this
you
week
will.
before I get kicked out.
We look forward to it. Good job.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Trish.
You're welcome.